nofsinhar bibs l-miżi, lura magħkom wara l-festi tal-miliet u l-ewwel tas-sena. Nispera li kellkom festi tajbin, jiena ma nistax ngħid li ma kellix festi tajbin, nirringrazzja lil ħanin Alla għax kull ma kelli ċans li nieħu ksib tiegħi nnifsi ovvjament dejjem ħadd ksib tiegħi nnifsi, però il-familjari tiegħi ħadd pjaċir inkun magħhom u sa ċertu punt dejjem irrid ngħid ukoll illi dawn l-instances nistgħu nieħdu xi ħaġa minnhom għax inti tista' jew fil-ħajja tgħid li għandek impediment ta' xi ħaġa, jew inkella tista' tgħid dal-impediment innifsu qed ngħid imħabba coronavirus ressaqni daqsxejn waħd iżjed viċin il-familja tiegħi. Nerġa' ngħidilkom wara nofsinhar tajb miegħi llum Martin Davis, player ġdid li ġej on loan mingħand il-Gżira sal-aħħar tal-istaġun miegħu se nitkellmu fuq il-kampjonat, fuq dak li jaħseb illi ġara sissa fil-kampjonat u barra minn hekk x'huma l-prospetti għax aħna ovvjament għandna daqsxejn ta' problema li għandna bżonn noħorġu minnha. Sara kittant però naraw daqsxejn waħda l-sponsors għax l-sponsors huma importantissimi NM Group, Cozy Rooms, Ejabet, Eurosport, Kia Motors, MAA Daikin, St. James Hospital, u fl-aħħar nettu mhux l-inqas Zarb Coaches dejjem ngħidilkom dawn in-nies huma n-nies illi jagħtu daqqatit lill-klabb tagħkom, ovvjament tuhom daqqatit intom ukoll. Numri ta' Revolut, Mobile Pay u l-iBank, every little helps, dak id-daqsxejn li tistgħu tagħtu dejjem jiġi apprezzat. Fakkarkom ukoll il-YouTube page tagħna li qiegħda tikber grazzi anke għalikom. Afsura like ta' falxi xo, ħalli kif ikonna il-possibilità li niltaqgħu forsi ma' dawk in-nies li lesti li jagħtu sponsor lill-klabb morru b'wiċċha minn quddiem għax hemm daqsxejn waħda impressions tajba fuq il-YouTube page tagħna li huwa importanti wkoll. Ħanibdew insellu daqsxejn waħda dawk in-nies li qegħdin jarawna hemm Dejan Vukovic illi huwa player illi minn hawnhekk insellimlu, Paul Sheehan, Terence Muscat illi qiegħed hawnhekk imma xorta jara mill-naħa tiegħu wkoll, Abden Abdul, Pierre Elaine Muscat, aħna nafu il-Peanuts dejjem hawnhekk qatt ma jfalli waħda, Lothar Gauci u Jean-Pierre Spiteri sissa dawk illi qegħdin naraw ovvjament as we go along dawk minnkom illi jidħlu hawnhekk u jirnexxieli naqra l-messaġġ Marka Ġus qiegħed jarana wkoll. Ovvjament insemmikom iżjed ma mmorru fil-programm. Ovvjament għandna bżonn nitkellmu daqsxejn waħda bl-Ingliż illum għax Martin ma jitkellmux bil-Malti. Però minn hawn ftit ieħor nagħmlu mezz ukoll biex anke lil Martin nagħlmuh il-Malti wkoll. Imma ħanibdew bl-Ingliż issa. Good afternoon, Martin.
Good afternoon.
Martin, I just told them that we're going to make an effort as we go along during the season so that we try to teach you a few more these words, because, it's important.
Of course.
I mean, it's important.
Of course.
So first and foremost, welcome to the club.
My pleasure.
So today we're going to have a look at Martin, not only the player, but who he is off the pitch.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit. I know that you are Jamaican, you have a Canadian passport as well, but from where did the journey of Martin start in football?
My father was a football player.
Okay.
Yeah, he played semi-pro. And obviously my dad is one of my role models. He was a defender. He would always teach me what was the worst thing a defender would want an attacker to do. So yeah, my love really started from just conversations between him, playing in the backyard with him, until it grew into a passion and a strong passion.
So if there would be something, our parents usually, they give us a lot of, advice, in particular your father, because, and we're talking about football here. If there would be something that you would say this was not only precious, but, vital for my career, what would it be? Would you remember?
Practice my strengths.
Okay.
And be true to myself as a player. Go at players and just to express myself. Never try to be something I'm not.
Yeah. And since I'm guessing since you were young, you have always been the speed guy that we know.
Yes. Yeah. I was from young doing track and field. From prep school, I was always that player that's going at players, getting in behind, using my speed as an advantage.
So your father never tried to put you in the defense or something like that? He never tried?
Never, ever, ever. He told me, at first I started off as even a striker.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my first position. And later down, I started to play right or left wing.
Okay.
So I was always in front of the goal, always trying to score, always trying to assist.
Your preferred role, let's say, if you would decide, rather than let the coach decide, what would you decide? What would be your...
I mean, right wing. I mean, that's where I've had most success in my career. That's
I
where
know. I know.
That's where I've created the most danger and had the most fun.
And I know that. I've seen it. I know, I've seen that.
Yeah. So I said that would be, that's my ideal position.
So let's go a few years back,
Yes.
okay? Martin, the little boy, you know, how did it start? I mean, okay, the backyard, but then probably even your father pushed you to you know, try, you know, another kind of thought about football.
To be honest, the first time I really fell in love with the game, at first I liked it, you know, but my concentration levels in training when I was younger wasn't the highest. But I think one day I was watching Ronaldinho play and I saw him do stuff that was special, amazing. He brought a type of joy to the game that I haven't experienced before.
He was a magician.
Yeah, and playing in my backyard with my friends, I would try and imitate what he would do. And you know, I had a bit of success. My friends in my backyard wasn't as good as my friends in school. So I kind of built up my confidence and I was like, you know, maybe I'm kind of good at this dribbling thing.
Yeah.
And they would always say, listen, Martin, you have to dribble from one side of the goal to the other side of the goal. If you can do that, you're a good footballer. And I did it one day, and ever since then, I didn't turn back. Yeah.
But I hope they taught you that as well, you know, that, you know, you have to play with other players.
At that age, I wasn't thinking about that at all. That kind of happened a bit later in life.
It came as you went along, actually. So, okay, take us through, okay, let's remind the people who are watching us. Since you have been here, you have played already 90 domestic games. You scored 19 goals. You were chosen as well with the Jamaican, not chosen actually, there was a test, yeah?
Yes.
What was it?
So I've represented Jamaica at the under 17 level, under 20, and I was also called up for a national team camp at the under 23 level.
Good. So let's again go back, all right? So you started school?
Yeah, I started in school, prep school. First I started to learn to play. That was like a bit of a program where they teach you how to pass and control, just the basics. And when I got to grade 4, I started to play with the school team.
Okay.
Grade 5, I started to become more of a fixture on my school team. And that's when I started to score goals and kind of, I say that was the first time that I was considered as, you know, a good player amongst my peers.
Yeah.
Grade 6, the same. Then was high school and club level.
Okay. This is interesting. We were talking about it even before the program started, actually. So you mentioned high school. So can I assume that the education level in Jamaica is close to the American style of
Yeah, I would say it's a bit more closer to the English style. But in Jamaica, what most people may not know is that at the high school level is probably one of the most highlighted levels as it comes down to media and fresh talent. All of the big players that come out of Jamaica were usually very good at the high school level.
Okay, so you would say that the high school level, even the football tournaments, they are high-level football?
Yeah, I would say it is high-level football for, you know, what we know. It's where all the talent is nurtured. It's where all the people see who's good and who's not. Yeah.
And then what happened? You went abroad?
So I played a couple of years at St. George's College, my high school, played well. But then I had an opportunity to go to Spain.
Okay.
Valencia FC had a camp in Jamaica. I was chosen as one of the best players. I went to do a trial in Spain with Valencia FC. And from there, I went to a sister team of Valencia FC.
Okay.
Stayed there for 2 years. Came back to Jamaica, played a bit.
Good.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the supporters, because I'm seeing loads of people, coming in, and I'm enjoying it. There's Renato Vella who says, welcome Martin, I hope will be a great player as you are during your games. I had the pleasure to see you play. Yeah, I remember
I appreciate
him.
it.
Yeah, I remember him. Then I'll tell you my part of the story, okay? Andrew Bautista, top player. Peanuts, welcome to Sliema, Martin. Walter Archola as well, who is a committee member. And from here, I salute Walter, who works really hard for this club. Welcome to Sliema, he says. Amy Samut says, welcome to Sliema as well. Clint Beblo, welcome Martin. Enrico Nardelli is watching. Kyle Gregg, Horace Acolina, who is our administrator back in Tinja. Kyle Gregg says, welcome to Sliema. Madam, kif aħna sieħbi Rupert, inni ma narak issa Kyle Gregg. Iwa, inni ma daqxej ma narak, ma don't worry, kalla jrid minna ftit ieħor. Everything will come back to normal and we will see each other as well. Alan Frigieri, qed nieħu pjaċir narak hawnhekk. Alan, Tony Meli is watching. L-wara nofsinhar tajjeb lilek ukoll, Tony. Ernest Camilleri, Ernest USA is watching. Ernest is watching us from USA, actually.
Much love to USA,
yeah. You see. Nevin Portelli is watching us. Nevin.
A former teammate.
Exactly, your former teammate, but Nevin is a product of Sliema, okay?
Yeah,
so
I didn't know that.
yeah,
Wow.
I'm telling you that. Yeah. Okay, Mark Tonna is watching. Our ex-coach John Buttigieg is watching. It's always a pleasure seeing you here, coach. And Mark Sherry, our team captain, who never misses a program, he's a true and real captain, he never misses anything that has to do with Sliema or anything that has to do with that badge.
Yeah.
So, good afternoon to you too as well, captain. Let's see the sponsors, which are extremely important for the club. The sponsors are NM Group, Cozy Rooms, Ayabet, Eurosport, Kia Motors, MAA Daikin, St. James Hospital, and Zarb Coaches. Very obviously, any one of you guys, dawk minnkom illi, ma nafx għalfej kont qed ngħidha bl-Ingliż, dawk minnkom illi kollhom bżonn xi servizz minn għand dawn in-nies tuhom priorità. Every little helps, in-numru ta' Revolut, BOVPay u l-IBAN number, u dak huwa il-link tal-YouTube page tagħna, YouTube page li qiegħda tiġi popolata, u anka dan il-programm tal-lum jiġi uploadjat iżjed tard il-lejla u tkunu tistgħu terġgħu taraw bil-kwiet. Martin, back to you. Wait a sec, actually. Ray De Bono, ex-secretary of the club. Mario De Bono, ex-committee member. I salute them, both of them, because they both worked hard for this club. Kevin Potch, he says welcome. So, yeah, you have quite a few people here.
Thank you for the warm reception. I really appreciate it.
So, let's go back to, after Valencia, you went back to Jamaica.
Yeah.
How many years did you spend there then?
So I did 2 seasons. The second season, I got injured. And I was playing for St. George's College, a team in Jamaica that has a lot of history at playing the Manning Cup level. Every young child wants to play for St. George's College and win the Manning Cup. Unfortunately, I didn't win it. The second year, I got a bit of an injury. But it was all, a setup for me to start my professional career, where I went off to Canada, Toronto.
Toronto.
Yes.
And how was the experience over there? We were talking about, at that time, there was even Jovinko, and you had the possibility maybe to even train with the guy.
Toronto FC was an eye-opener for me into the world of professional football. I mean, the infrastructure, the facilities were top coming from Jamaica. So it was good for my development at that age, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
most definitely. And then the next move, which was?
So I spent around 2-3 years there, signed actually my first professional contract with Toronto FCB. And then after that, I moved to St. Andrew, and that's where my career began in Malta.
In Malta. And this is very interesting as well because you mentioned Toronto B.
Yes.
So even in Canada, they have the B teams over there.
Yes, they have a league called the USL League, a professional league. And a lot of the top MLS teams have a 2 team or a B team that participate in that league.
I think that is an excellent idea to develop players. I mean, when you have a player that is playing, well, there's a massive difference from where I'm standing, from when you are a minor player and you are in an academy and then making the next step. There's a massive difference.
Yeah.
And I think these kinds of teams, they help you to understand what you're going through, what you're going for, actually, So, yeah. And then you came to St. Andrews. Okay, here we're watching a few things that happened when you were with St. Andrews. I remember this guy, with yellow hair, that at that time I used to do the game commented live, and when there was space, you were my nightmare. I'm telling you, you were my nightmare, because space equals problems, So how was that season, those 2 seasons actually with St. Andrews?
I mean, I'm a player that I never really got anything easy. I always had to work hard for everything that I got. My first season in Malta with St. Andrews wasn't the best, to be honest. It was getting used to the league. It was just getting used to everything, life in Malta.
Yeah.
But my second season, I worked really closely with the coach, and we modeled my game around my speed, and I stuck to my strength, and I had a lot of fun and had a lot of success. I think it was a breakthrough season for me where I established myself and established who I am as a player.
So if you would, you're a foreign player coming to Malta, I mean, and you're seeing Maltese football, what would you say that would be the major change, from, Canada, it's professional football, to the maximum.
Yeah.
But what was the biggest hurdle that you had to go through?
I guess it was just getting used to the league, the physicality of it, and just realizing who I am as a player. Even when I was in Toronto B, I wouldn't say it was one of my successful seasons as well. I was still even getting used to the physicality there, getting used to being a professional player. It was all about adaptation. So yeah, it was just about me getting under my feet and getting used to everything.
And after these 2 seasons, there was the next move, Gżira, another 2 seasons that, how would you describe them in short, in few words, these 2 seasons with Gżira?
First season was, again, adaptation for me. Scored 3 goals and a couple of assists. And as well, just learning to get used to the system there. The second season, I would say, one of the better players in the league, and I had a lot of success. So, yeah, I would say that it was a great experience for me. Another step in establishing myself as a player.
And then you did the best thing that you could have done. You came here.
Yes, definitely.
So, what were the first few things, that impressed you most of the club? I mean, we're in a room full of cups over here, but a player.
First of all, I want to show a lot of appreciation to the committee for believing in me and giving me everything that I needed to be comfortable. That was one of the reasons why I chose to come here. When a club believes in you and provides you with the tools, it's very hard to say no.
Yep.
Second of all, the facilities, the gym, the intensity of the training, the coaches. I feel like you guys, well, not you guys, because I'm a part of this team, us, we have everything that is needed to succeed.
Yeah.
And every day I'm more and more impressed.
Okay. So you, as an outsider, you used to watch Sliema play, you know. What were your impressions of the team at that time? You know, I mean, the outsider, not now. Now maybe you have different ideas of the team.
I was always impressed with their style of play. That's one thing I could never knock with them. They always try to play proper football. And that's rare sometimes in this league because, you know, sometimes it's more about just getting a result, and sometimes to get a result, you have to play a certain type of way.
Yep.
But with Sliema, I've always noticed that they always try to play football in that beautiful manner. So definitely I always gave my hats off.
And now that you are inside, don't you think, okay, let me rephrase, okay? I always say that this team doesn't deserve the position that it's in. I mean, we have very technical players and probably we just need that spark, you know, to get it going. Am I being a supporter, or is it reality now that you are in it?
Let me tell you the honest truth. Coming to Sliema and training with the team, it's some of the best training sessions I've experienced since being in Malta. Okay. And I'm not just saying that as a Sliema player, I'm saying that from an honest point of view. The position that we are in right now is very unjust in my opinion, solely based on everything that I've seen so far in training. The level is high, the intensity is high, players are technical. So I think it's just a matter of time, and also just everybody pulling up their socks and noticing that we have to fight.
Yeah.
We already have the talent, but we have to win those 50-50 balls.
Yeah.
We have to run more, and 100% is not enough.
Yeah.
We have to give that extra.
So let's talk about a little bit about the Premier person. What are your general thoughts of what of the Premier right now? I mean, you know, teams like Hamrun, that, you know, the investment is there, you know.
Yes.
Hibs that are always there, you know. I mean, Valletta that by and large they're always doing their mark, you know. What do you think about the level of Premier League right now?
I think gone are the days are where a team can come and just expect to win a game.
True.
I think that every team has a chance of winning on the day.
True.
And that is impressive. I feel like the fact that any team can beat any team is adding to the competitive spirit of the league. So that's one thing. That's my opinion based on this. And when I first came to Malta, teams were more dominant.
There was more of a separation,
yes,
a gap
bigger
between.
Gap. Yeah. And nowadays, that gap is, if you look at the league now, you can see stuff is not just as it seems.
Yeah.
Nobody can win just off a name anymore.
Actually, and this works for us as well. Actually, if we win, for example, 3 games in a row, we're in mid-table.
Exactly.
We're there.
Because everything is so close.
Yeah. Everyone is so very close, you know. So let's see, Renato Vella. Okay, Renato Vella, he says, you can play your first matches against Gzira. Hope you can give us the winning goal and you will be the man of the match. Okay.
Definitely my intention. Definitely my intention.
Noel Mikalev is watching as well. So let's have a look at the promotion at the NM Group, Cozy Rooms, Ayabet, Eurosport, Kia Motors, MAA Daikin, St. James Hospital, Zarb Coaches, again, dawn huma n-nies illi ma jagħtuna daqqatit jekk tistgħu tagħtu ovvjament preferenza lilhom meta jkollkom bżonn servizz aħjar għax dawn huma n-nies li qed jgħinu lill-klabb tagħkom Revolut, BOVPay u IBAN number ħudu nota tagħhom every little helps. Dik id-daqsxejn tot dejjem. u l-YouTube page tagħna bħas-soltu qiegħda hawnhekk biex infakrukom daqsxejn waħda fiha. Ħammorru daqsxejn waħda lura. Nselmu wkoll anke lil Chris Bużjetta li qiegħed jarana bħalissa committee member ukoll. Ħanerġa' mmur daqsxejn waħda lura l-sponsors rid ngħid mhux il-promotion. Għal-moment weħel daqsxejn waħda, skużawni. So, let's wrap it up a little bit, you know? I mean, Martin is here now. He's preparing for this game, a game that has a lot of meaning, not only for Sliema, but even for you.
Yeah,
let's face it.
reasons,
I mean, there are personal reasons that there is value. How does a player, you know, prepare for a game like this? It's his first game with a team, you know, he's playing against his ex-team, you know, there are other matters on the background that, you know, are playing a factor. They are a factor. Yeah. They are a factor. How does a player prepare for that?
First of all, me personally, I try and control what's in my hands.
Yep.
And that's what I do on the training field every day. Every day I'm working on myself and trying to give 100% in training, push myself in training to a point of almost exhaustion so that in the game, it is easier.
Yeah.
So that's all what my mind is on now. Getting the best out of myself in training, pushing myself to the point where once I reach to that day, I'm more comfortable and I'm ready for anything that comes.
Martin, welcome to the club once again. It's a pleasure seeing you here. At least I won't have you against me. You know,
on the right side, right?
Yes. Well, actually, far too many times I said this guy is giving us loads of problems. So now, you know, we got the enemy on our side. So welcome to the club. I hope that, you'll have a very good game for your first game with us. And very obviously for the rest of the season, which I'm more than sure that we will be much better than we really actually are. You know, I really have faith in this team. I really have faith in this setup. I have faith in the people who are working with the team and the team itself. Welcome once again. Okay, guys. Nispera jina ħadd gost ħafna nitkellem ma' Martin u nispera li intom ħadtu gost ukoll. Sirna nafu daqsxejn waħda lil Martin, daqsxejn waħda iżjed, sirna nafu il-bniedem iżjed mill-player. Ovvjament jien nfakkarkom li meta jerġa' jibda l-kampjonat aħna għandna bżonn is-support tagħkom. It-team mhuwiex team mingħajr is-support tas-supporters. Ibqgħu magħna għax l-effort qed isir. Aħna nerġgħu nkunu magħkom il-ġimgħa d-dieħla fis-7 ta' filgħaxija bħas-soltu nhar ta' tnejn Talking Sliema sa dak it-tant Rupert Perry. Għalmilkom. Ciao.